Okay, today we're going to talk about how to add WordPress to your domain. First thing you're going to want to do is get into your control panel. I use HostGator, love their support, have really never had any issues with them. Once you're in your control panel, the first thing you're going to want to do is scroll down to your NSQL databases. Right here, and then you'll want to click. And then what you want to do is you want to create a new database. For this tutorial, I'm going to call our database test. Create it. You can see that the database test was created. I'm going to go back. Now the next step that you're going to want to do is create a user. For this purpose, I'm going to call our user tester. Create a password, use a pretty strong one. You don't want people hacking into your database. You create your user. And once you go back, now you want to associate the user with your database. So you got your user, tester. I'm going to associate it with test. And I'm going to add. And what happens here is you want to give this database user all privileges with the database. Make your changes. And it shows that the database user tester was added to the database test. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is go to wordpress.org/download, and you're going to want to download WordPress 3.5.1. You're going to want to save the file. Once you have the file saved, you're going to want to right click and you're going to want to extract all. I created a folder called extracted, so this is where I'm going to extract them to. Go ahead and extract. Okay, now I have my WordPress files extracted. I'm going to open up the folder, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this wp-config.php file. I want to take the sample out, so just right click, rename, and remove the word sample. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up that wp-config file. I use Notepad++ to do this. Just go to File, Open, and go back to my extracted folder here, and I'm going to open up the wp-config file. The next thing you want to do is you want to scroll down, and here's your database name, here's your database user. You want to come in here and you want to rename this to what your database was. For this test purposes, my database name was distro_test. The username was distro_tester. And I had a password. My password that I used was 01TS, capital T, 10. And I'm going to go ahead and keep all these, the rest of these, pretty much WordPress standard. But one of the big things that you do want to do is you want to scroll down here and you'll see about these Authentication and Unique Keys and Salts. This helps keep your site secure. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to navigate to this link right here. So just highlight it copy it, and you're going to want to post this into your browser. And you'll see what happens here when I hit enter. This right here is this unique authentication keys, and you can see as I refresh this, it changes every time. So what you want to do is you want to grab all of this, you want to copy it, and you want to take these lines right here and you want to replace them. Once you have these pasted in here, you're going to want to save this file. So now I have updated my wp-config file, and I'm just about ready to start uploading. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is upload your files out to your server. You can do this with an FTP client. It's the easiest way to do it. I personally use FileZilla. FileZilla is made by Mozilla, same people who do Firefox. It's a free download. It's easy to set up. Once you have FileZilla open, you can use the information sent to you for your login from your domain hosting company. And you get your host, your username, and your password, and you just connect. On your left side here, this is what's on your computer. On your right hand side here, this is what's on your server. Okay, I've got multiple domains on this particular server. This particular one I'm doing right now is called echosnet.com. I'm going to copy my folder, my files, into the top level of echosnet.com. Again, here's my software, my extracted. I'm in my extracted right now. Here's my WordPress files. I'm going to open those up, and I'm going to grab all of them, and I'm just going to take and I'm going to move them out to the server. And you'll see as this starts populating, it does take a minute or so, a couple minutes to get it out there, depending on your connection speed. So I'll be right back as soon as this is done. Okay, once you have all your files uploaded, what you'll want to do is you're going to want to navigate to your domain for this particular install. It was echosnet.com. Then you want to hit /wp-admin/install.php. That'll give you this right here. And what you want to do is you want to take and put in your site title, your username that you're going to use when you're building the site, and then you're going to put in your password. Also, you're going to want to have an email address that is associated with your website, as far as one that you're going to be using as the admin email address. Okay, so bear with me while I complete this information here. And log in. And now my WordPress site is ready for me to log in. And now I am in my site. You can see here I've got my dashboard all the way down into what I can do with this. From now, the next few steps that we'll be doing here is how to add some themes to your site. But currently, if I actually go to the home page, I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so as you can see, it's just a very raw right now, just generic WordPress site. I haven't even added a child theme to it or anything along those lines. But it is a good, successful install, and not too difficult. Just make sure you watch the video a few times. Make sure you have all your programs ready, and it actually goes pretty quick, and you can do it pretty much in under 5 minutes. Thanks, and have a great day.